Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome back to Orwell. We think need to listen into the next conversation with Juliet. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'd be better, believe me. Wait a second, somebody's at the door. Be right back. Okay, I'll wait. By the way, how's your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him all that much lately. Well, not as much as before. Hello? You're still there? No, she's AFK. She's being arrested. Hehe. Cassie? It is crazy to think about. Like, imagine somebody would go through everything that you write to somebody and they could potentially detain you for what you write there, and they have all your information and everything. And I always like, there's these people who have the argument of like, well, if you don't do anything wrong, then you have nothing to fear. But still, like, still. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Although we have no proof she's involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. Okay, I just received confirmation that she's now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group though. Whether they... Oh god. No, take a look at the news. 2 dead after second explosion. Breaking news! Explosion at Stelligan University campus kills 2 students as their connection to yesterday's assault. Half an hour ago, an explosion occurred. Oh, yes, I want to read it those times. This is horrible. To that similar approach, same letter friend, so these assaults are connected. And if that wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. Ugh. This complicates matters massively, so much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did a good job today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are gonna be trying at best. Well, this is not a 9 to 5. This is no 8 hours of work I've done so far. Half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the campus of Bonton University. According to latest reports, at least 2 people were killed, with a further 3 injured severely. The area was evacuated immediately. According to yet unconfirmed statements, the city administration office of Bonton received an anonymous letter just minutes prior to the detonation, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Die Gedanken sind frei. The thoughts are free, exactly like the letter received before the assault on the Freedom Plaza yesterday. And this is the song that in the thought group they talk about. We'll inform you about any developments on this event as soon as further details are available. So I don't think there's anything new here, even though it tells me there is, because I can't but here this is his entry and he's like, this is the thoughts are free song. So GOLDFELS is talking about it. But that's it for today. I sure you want to finish your work for today. All unprocessed data junks will expire. Yeah, I don't think it matters that much whether, she's still best friends with this one girl or not. Because, I mean, she seems to have found this new group, but it doesn't really matter whether she's still friends with the other lady, I think. It's fine. Let's go. Global. Assault on Freedom Plaza. A severe assault occurred at the Freedom Plaza yesterday. Cassandra was present there prior to the assault and is thus being investigated. Activist group Thought. Hints of the involvement of an activist group named Thought have been found. A second assault at Stelligan University occurred, seemingly connected to the first. This suggests Cassandra Watergate is either not the only perpetrator or not involved in all. So this is what we found out about her. She has been criminally charged, before. She's an artist. The first case was closed due to lack of evidence. She's in a relationship with her lawyer, which she met through her first case, Joseph Langley. She seems to have undergone some changes and now is part of the activist group. She might be dangerous because she was happy about the bombing. Juliet claimed that Cassandra defended her, but she's been arrested nonetheless because she has been involved in the attack, not necessarily bombing, but the attack on a police officer previously. A place where there is no darkness. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. I met with my superiors and I wish to continue with the test case. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and of course yours. My superior agrees with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group now in thought is worth investigating. It seemed as if GOLDFELS is an important member of thought, so we now have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that GOLDFELS is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Okay, so this is what I thought I remember. Okay, so he actually needs to have a picture profile, and then I can go back in. This is his article, so I can give him a picture. GOLDFELS is already in there. He's talking about The Thoughts of Free, which is the song that is mentioned at all the bombings. The letter, we are right, it seems. He is an immigrant, German immigrant to the nation. Yeah, GOLDFELS does sound German, doesn't it? He created the block, and they found something related to thought, an activist group with the same name as this block. If GOLDFELS is the one who created the block, perhaps he founded or even was the leader of the activist group. Yeah, so do you see here now in his reaction that he doesn't know all the things that we know because we went through this, but we didn't push anything over. It'd be really cool to have, like, I don't know exactly how to do it because this is much more involved, but like if you actually had a person playing the other part as well and having to draw conclusions based on the minimal information you get. Watergate's nothing to do with him. Party doesn't have either. Cassandra's port or timeline neither. So let's look at new headlines. Attacks against Dalagan University in Bonton and Freedom Plaza connected, experts conclude. Dalagan students and teachers alike are in shock and deep mourning. The bombing that occurred yesterday at Dalagan University seems to be connected to the attack against the Freedom Plaza earlier this week. This is the conclusion of the police division who is investigating the cases. In both assaults, a similar explosive device created with poor malevolence appeared to have been used, police spokeswoman Steele said. The letter received prior to the assaults seemed to support the suspicion, with their meaning still puzzling investigators. According to rumors, people have been theorizing the number of stances might represent the number of bombings, which has turned raised the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. We understand that some people jump to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe this, Still answered when confronted with this theory during a press conference. Meanwhile, Dalagan University has declared that normal operations cannot continue under the circumstances, so they will be closing the doors for the time being. The university has also put up a special front page to pay their respect to the assault victims. See above image. Okay. There's a new entry in here, and there's her detonation. Wait, there's more. Timeline and Rose announced cooperation. The Davenport siblings, owners of the biggest social network Timelines, announced major cooperation with software giant Rosen Technologies. It's a big deal. To internet billionaire siblings Ada and Ellen Davenport, creators and owners of the most important online social network Timelines, located in Hilbury, are starting a major cooperation with the Bonton software giant Rosen Technologies. This has been announced in a press statement given out on Friday by the PR departments of both companies simultaneously. By utilizing the existing infrastructure and software development capacities of Rosentech, Timeline will be able to respond to the needs and requirements of the quickly changing digital world in real time. Timeline's executive Ada executive at a Davenport is quoted, "A growing user base will profit from this by significantly reducing downtimes, tighten scrutiny, and sped up integration of new features," he continued. Okay. Heavy rainstorm expected for the weekend. Even more. Bonton and Fairview, as well as large parts of the western nation, will be covered in heavy rain clouds, culminating on Sunday. I need to read this. I'm sorry, we can't solve the mystery right now. I need to read about the weather. Don't interrupt me. If you had any plans for the weekend involving the outdoors in Bonton or Fairview, best forget about them. There's a massive low pressure system incoming, bringing with it storm clouds and rain to the nation's west. So we are indeed a country that's bordering on a ton of other countries. Sunday morning will be hit the hardest until the late afternoon, so make sure you pack an umbrella if you need to go outside, lest you become a sopping mess. There is a literal silver lining on the horizon, however. Over the coming week, the cloud will move on and temperatures will stabilize at comfy levels. After a long and harsh winter, spring will finally win the upper hand. Well, whew, I'm glad that I read this. This was all the headlines. So we have a block entry, but we also have a conversation, so I want to do this first. Hey, you. This is Joseph Langley. Sorry about last night. I really should have come over. It's just that this client is massively influential and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I've been trying to get a meeting for months and I went rather well, so there's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who just talks about his job too much. I'm sorry, just such a big part of my life. Hello? Oh yeah, he might be quite a bit older than her. Are you still upset? Cassie, can you at least answer me? If you don't, I'll start to worry. You know what I'm like. Okay, yeah, so he doesn't know that she's detained, which is weird, because she was detained yesterday, and shouldn't she be able to ask for her lawyer? Or is there conflict of interest if you're banging said lawyer? I don't know how that works. So let's go to the thought group. Wait, did we look at this? Oh, this is the second arrest. The suspect was arrested in a flat. She willingly opened the door and cooperated with the arresting officer after having the warrant announced and her rights read to her. Arresting officer redacted. Holding facility redacted. Is that okay? Okay. Thought must change direction. I thoroughly believe we were able to capture minds, if only we could gather attention on thought as a group, and what we stand for. It seems my ambition was once again too much. After 1.5 years recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obligated to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those who we thought do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might as well be the cause for all the events of the past months. More than anyone else of thought, I feel responsible. As a group, I will halt my engagement in this group. As a consequence, I will halt my engagement in this group. I firmly believe it shall be for the better of everyone involved, especially my students from Staligan. One comment. Please reconsider. A guy heard there was only a goddamn cop, but they had it coming for long. It was messy, I knew, all the way back to the thing I messed up organizing. But hell, look at the bright side. We made the news. This is what we wanted. What you wanted. So he stops his engagement with the group. Whatever active engagement means. Still an interesting fact. This is active engagement. Do you want to hear this fact? 3 demonstrations. More interesting might be that 2 students seem to be involved. So we found... What now, Stelligan? The same Stelligan where a bomb just exploded? You know what I think about coincidences. I won't repeat it. So far, the evidence suggested GOLDFELS was a prominent lecturer at Stelligan, and some of his students became involved in thought. Did he, recruit them for this cause? We need to identify those students, see who else is involved with the group. Okay. Fields responsible for troubled past of thought. I believe that he did not want to hurt anybody. Troubled past, we'll have to get to the bottom of this. It's also like how you have to form decisions, because you don't have that much information going on. You're just going and like, yeah, he seems like he would not want bomb bangs to happen. No, it was the police officer being attacked was the thing here. This is the memorial site. Continue to main page. Bomb assaults in Stilligan. Campus closed down until further notice. Yesterday evening, an explosive device went off on Stilligan campus, killing a Stilligan student as well as a lecturer. Several other individuals have been severely injured. The authorities are investigating. This is an unspeakable tragedy, Stilligan President Hopkins said during the press conference that took place this morning. In light of recent events, it is impossible to maintain daily routine. That's why I have decided to suspend all educational services of Stilligan University until further notice. Therefore, Stilligan campus will remain closed at least for the rest of this week, with no educational courses or events taking place. Stilligan Canteen elected Best Public Dining Hall. Achoo! The jury of the nation's best contest, annually awarded to the most excellent public service, has declared Stilligan's Canteen the winner in its Best Public Dining Hall category. In recent time, we have tried to be fearless about our service in trying something new, something that just may not have worked. We are very happy to receive this honor as a direct consequence of those efforts, the student service manager Gusto declared consecutively in a press statement. Okay. Don't care much about that. The weather, yes, but the food at a university, come on. Who has time for that? Stilligan University offers prospective students courses from a broad variety of fields in which bachelor or master degrees may be obtained. Please refer to the faculty pages for a more detailed description of each. Biotechnology, medicine technology, environmental technology, media techniques, media ethics. Oh, this course is currently unavailable due to Representative Professor A. GOLDFELS having retired. Media design, media management. General law, business law, criminal law, physics, applied physics. Note this course is discontinued but only accept applications until October 2017. Chemistry, biology, computer science. So, Professor A. GOLDFELS, Abraham. There we have his name. Being a luminary in his profession, Abraham GOLDFELS gladly accepted the offered professorship in the field of media ethics at Stilligan, from which he sadly retired in fall 2016. Abraham, it is well done. Yeah, if you could stop interrupting me, okay? Trying to give you information here. Did you notice the bombing locations seem to be closely connected to thought? There could be a pattern emerging. Thought has 3 demonstrations, yet there have only been 2 bombings, which might imply, well, it's definitely a shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. Take a close look at the past of each member with thought. Find out the location of all demos they have held. They might yield a hint. Yeah, so if one of the demonstrations was at the university, which might make sense, and the Friesen Plaza, we know there was a demonstration. But since he stopped, like, this might be students going rogue, because GOLDFELS said he stopped his activities with the group. Previously, Professor GOLDFELS has held a position as journalist on The Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers, and was also chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. In his work, Professor GOLDFELS never relents to emphasize the importance of privacy over public interest. Yeah. Let's put over his jobs so we know what he worked at. No, both of them, come on. Because he was both. Chairman of an ethical congress. Just the average run-of-the-mill terrorist trait. Yeah. Wow, that's a whole lot of information about the GOLDFELS. Yet only one other page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. I think the next course of action should be to look for other people of the thought group, like the students he mentioned. Okay. Publications of significance. Privacy versus public interest with the right to no ends. It ego selfie. An endless of danger in overexpressive self-representation in social media. Die Gedanken sind frei. The thoughts are free. A modern time declaration of independence towards mass surveillance. It's a book. Well, what do you say to that? He literally wrote the book. Well, yeah. Notable alumni. The legacy of a university is carried on by its most remarkable alumni, some of which are honored on this page. Bafford Orlando. Orlando Bafford, a Staligan alumnus of the biotechnology course, is the founder and CEO of one of the high-grossing online grocery trading companies, Encanto. Delacroix Catherine. Oh, we've heard of her. Ever since her early study years as a student of criminal law, Catherine Delacroix has been a member of the party. In 2009, when the party had been elected as government, Delacroix was named head of the newly created Ministry of Security. Joseph Langley. Ooh. Joseph Langley opened his own law office in the city of Bonton some years after his graduation from Staligan in 1992. He graduated in 1992. That's when Cassie was born. So he is a good 25 years older than her. I mean, they're both adults. I never understand how people of such different life experience, can be together. My relationships always have been like 2 years older than me, I think. Something like that. His law office is probably best known for having defended construction entrepreneur Elwood Hendrick in what has gained public attention as the Lion Share scandal. McElroy Joanna. Having studied medical technology at Staligan, Joanna McElroy now is the host of the eponymous daily TV show Ford McElroy's, in which she covers psychological family issues. Interesting. I think that is it for this website. Oh no. ISUCAL attendee list. Oh, welcome to the internal Staligan University class attendance system. Pick a class by completing the 3-step wizard below. Please select a semester. You have selected winter semester 2016-17. Please select a department. I think we want to go to media. Department media. Please select a class. There is no GOLDFELS because he already stopped teaching. When did he stop? Media. Crook also no. Okay. Go to previous step. Media. Robertson. What? When did he stop? Come on. GOLDFELS? I thought you were teaching here. Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, this is like lists of all the attendees. Let me look at the courses again. Come on. Department Media, Media Ethics. Currently unavailable because he retired. Yeah, but when did he retire? How do I get to the class that I want to look at? Because I don't know the class number, so I thought I need to go after which of the classes is like... Yeah, I can't go through all of this. Look at this. Oh man. Okay, I will go back to this later because there is a new headline. First suspect in connection with assault arrested. A couple of minutes ago, the Bonton Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombings in the capital has been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to investigation effort of a special task force, police spokesman Kaufman said. Had the wounds related to the bomb attacks, Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumored that the suspect is well known to authorities by other incidents. Well, she wasn't arrested for that. It's kind of misleading. Okay, the only thing I can do is do this. So let's figure it out. I think it's best if I go back to summer. Larson, Gilbert, Harden, Mills, Bennett, Mills. We're looking at the wrong tie because he was in media. Tommy Rudolph is not a professor, right? Yeah, I don't know why, like, I shouldn't be looking at the other departments. Media. Here. Professor GOLDFELS. Becker and Lamont. His love people. KERRINGTON Juliet. We know her. We've seen this name before, haven't we? Right, she was a friend of Miss Watergate. Now it's also apparent that she was a student of Abraham Goldfels. I think that's enough to warrant a report. Give me a few minutes. Right, we've authorized to investigate Miss KERRINGTON. That's all it takes. Wow, okay. So I now can go back through stuff. For example, here. No, I think there are conversations. This is like in the beginning, it's very easy. Okay, there's nothing here on her. Oh, in the beginning it's very easy because it's so straightforward because, well, it's a tutorial. But now it's getting increasingly difficult because there's so many things to look at and possibilities, and especially when it comes down to deciding something like, it's not that easy. So we can look at Juliet's timeline. PR assistant at Rosentech. Okay, no work for that. February 1992. Oops. Lives in Fairview. Guitar, singing, books, and board games. Juliet likes Stalagan University, the Target. Oh, they might have met over the Target. Fairview Public Library and Cafe Chestnut. Ha, you actually can dance, and I got proof now. Is that really me? I gotta be careful around you, apparently. Great photo, though. Who took it? Nice try, Jules. A magician never reveals her trick. Anyway, thanks for a great time, Cassie. I must admit it felt kinda good to go out for once. Not that I plan on doing that again anytime soon. Adam. What? Every time I ask you out, you're so goddamn busy and then you fall for freaking muffins? If I ever had known that before. Sorry, Adam. Maybe you need to spy on me some more? Oh, that's okay. I really need to, like... This drives me outright mad. Even though Cassandra and I got to know each other at the protest at Freedom Plaza, she stood up for me regardless. This woman is a heroine, not a terrorist. Go, Cassie. Rick Dent. If one pisses off the government, one must expect them to respond accordingly. Actions cause reactions. That simple-mindedness lies. Also, this doesn't sound like the Juliet I know. You wouldn't even accept the duty of being a class representative when you were appointed. How come you care so much about politics now? I'm not surprised you stand up for your beliefs underneath your strong one, but activism, attending demonstrations, is it still you? First Miss Watergate and her, is there some sort of brainwashing going on? Sometimes people change their minds. Sometimes other people help to get right the mindset, find out what you truly care about. It's about our freedom, and I know what I must feel like not to be free. What would you want me to do instead? Sit at home being indifferent? Rick. Indifferent? No, I just see no use in occupying public plazas and throwing stones at poor men and women. This is a democracy. We have petitions for that. Harrison. I'm so proud of you that you are capable of using the essential tools of any good selectivist. Hell, I would like to post a really slow cat-lapping sound, but timelines doesn't allow it, so just freaking imagine if you can. Hey, well, I really appreciate that you've got my back and everything. I don't think you did intervene here. This is a Rick and Juliet only thing. Thank you. Well, then don't post it on the public forum. Only 1 week left until I have to enter my thesis at Abraham's course, and then it says goodbye Staligan. I'm a bit scared of the huge gaping hole is going to leave behind. Amanda Hines. Ah, girl, you're gonna manage. I know it's a scary thought at first, but we'll stay in touch no matter what. Hear me? Thank you, Amanda. I feel much better already. We definitely keep in touch. That's what people say before they lose touch. Nobody took notice. Nobody cares. Nobody. Cassandra asking, what did Harry do this time? Geez, as much as I like him, you really need to ditch him. That girl next door. Maybe people would care if you would be, I don't know, less enigmatic? Wow. Esther Kerrington. Happy birthday, honey. So good to have you back. To mark the occasion, we decided to update your profile on our family page. I hope you like it. Amanda Hines. Yeah, happy birthday from me as well. Have a good one. Let's look at this real quick. Actually, no. Let's finish your timeline. Okay, and here comes the muffin. I'm bored to death tonight and definitely need someone to come along. Here, Josie, I got something for you. Oh no, my one weakness, a post for everyone to see. Okay, tell me, what must I do to get one of these? I am prepared for the worst. Just go out with me and explore Bonton's famous nightlife, will you? Blinking big eyes. The girl next door. You got a message, guys. You need this recipe for my mom. Yuck. You know I'm not so keen on going out late night. Plus, I don't dance. Ever. Care to spare me, please? Cassandra. But it's okay. I fully understand you. I think I will then spend the evening in bed, watching movies and eat a hell of a lot of muffins. Out of frustration. Alright, you win. I'll be there in half an hour. That torture and cruelty by my friend. Engaged in torture. Yeah, no, wait, let me disable this. Now, where's the Amnesty International when you actually need them? And then somebody says like, "What? Muffins is all it takes to to get you to leave your house? If I would have known that earlier, I would have done this all the time." Anyway, we got our third suspect in this. Well, not really suspect, but we need to figure this out. But I'm gonna stop at this. I'm getting better at reading. Fucked on, I think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll put the cursor out of her face, just that's not Curtis. Bye bye.